My name is Brandon Mills. I am a data governance and data management professional. I currently work for Microsoft in their HR department, trying to promote kind of data governance activities, data quality, those types of things. For those that aren't as familiar with the terms data governance and data management, it's really about promoting kind of best practices about how to appropriately interact and manage data, both from kind of creation, right, as you ingest information into the company, either as a hiring of a new employee or as a customer in kind of, their space of products that you consume. Managing that information while it's a part of your data environment, right? How do we store that information, who has access to it, etc. And then how do you kind of get rid of it or manage appropriately at the end of its life cycle, right? An employee leaves, what information you need to retain for tax purposes, etc. And that's really what I spend a lot of time on, and it's more of that kind of core principles. I've been doing that same type of work for over 8 years now. Currently, like I said, at Microsoft, before this at Capital One, and before that at AIG, trying to kind of promote a relatively new area of proper kind of data management, data governance. Day-to-day is a lot of, I would say, document creation, education. My area is pretty niche in terms of what I do and how people think about interacting and managing data. And so there's a lot of opportunity to kind of work with people to promote their understanding and really kind of evolve the space. Our schools were set up in a way that in middle school you got a little taste of everything. There was kind of the sampling between ag, tech, business department, and I really gravitated more towards those business and information technology courses and took a lot of those in high school. And but it was focused on keyboarding and kind of building those core building blocks of some of the more I would say more practical applications of stuff, at least for that time, was video game creation, visual development, and stuff like that were more of the passion pieces behind the scenes, and really trying to apply those CTE courses to things that I was probably a little bit more interested, at least at the time. The certification that I remember getting is Mouse certified, so really kind of that proficiency in some of the core Microsoft products, PowerPoint, Excel, Word, those types of things. And really, the good part, I guess, getting it in high school and getting through that education was not just obviously knowing the functions of the tools and stuff like that, but there was a real focus in some of my classwork around how to give good presentations, how to kind of implement those tools in a way that make them more effective. I was very heavily involved in FBLA. Still one of the fondest memories of high school, one of the best learning experiences I had. I had an opportunity to be a state officer and participate in that in my senior year, and a wide variety of competitive events, competitions, ability to get in front of people and present, community service project stuff that really allowed us to engage, not just with, doing the little fundraisers and stuff, but kind of interacting with the community leaders. You probably wouldn't get as exposed to, and I still lean on a lot of those experiences today. Follow your passions, but also be open to opportunities. Make sure you leverage the opportunities that are there and kind of create the right opportunities for yourself to build upon those core building blocks.